Welcome one and all to another TeaTime Friday League racing here at Sochi. Today with me I have T&E Matty aka Dave. Dave, how are we today, bro?
Hey up, not too bad at all.
So what's your thoughts and feelings about this Sochi circuit?
Well, it can be a very, very boring circuit most of the time, but it is the place where I got my first league race win, so I like it.
I bet you do. I bet you do indeed. So we already have two people in the chat, so we've got Wild Gamer saying hello and Pint Size Geezer saying hey. So hi guys, thanks for joining us, and both drivers are with us today. So the format for this season is full quali, so that's Q1, Q2, Q3, and then a 50% race, which I believe is 27 laps around this hideous circuit. Right. So, what do you think the tyre strategy would be for this circuit then, Matty?
Hold on, just give me a sec. Setting up my own stream because for some reason it decided it didn't want to start properly. Right, well, simple one stop on here. Soft to mediums, mediums to softs. Easy. Depends which way people are gonna go.
Yeah, definitely.
If anyone's going to opt for the mediums in Q2 and go for the alternate strategy, never know, as that's a spin from freedom.
Oh, we have DXT Sausage, aka Speedy, who's retired from the session. Do you think he crashed out? We don't know about Speedy, do we? He's very inconsistent. So, who do you think, who's your eyes on then today, then, Matty?
I don't really know. There's a lot of quick people in here. To be fair, DXT Matty always capable of winning a race.
You say that, but we've not seen Matty in form here.
Yeah,
obviously you've seen him race a couple of times in IER, and he's been like top of the mid pack, but it's not the same Matty that we're used to.
Yeah, if he can really string a good few laps together and actually be on form, then he's capable of beating anyone within this league.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. He has got the capabilities to do it. It's just that we're not seeing it. It's the same for DXT Singh and DXT Anthony. We're not seeing their true ability yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So at the moment we've got the TRT Dara, that squeaky potato guy, on a 131.7.
The dive bomb king.
Yeah. See, he's so inconsistent. I'm expecting him to crash out soon. Amar puts a 131.7, so he's getting there. He's just behind Dara at the moment, so we could see Singh back at what he should be. Hopefully, touch wood, his steering wheel doesn't pop off his desk again. Yeah, mate, you should see it last week. He was all over the place. The wheel came off his desk. Luckily, he didn't kill himself on that one, but he did kill himself a bit later on. Lewis the Beaker, this driver. He's quick, but when he makes a mistake, it really does take a toll on him. So, and then he drops down, and it takes a while for him to get back up. And he's putting a 1.6.
Love it how you talk about him saying this driver is quick, and then he puts in the fastest lap of the session so far.
Yeah, he is. See, that proves it. He is quick, non-human. Well, non-human. Absolutely, him and Freedom. I do love it when those two are at the front and they're battling out, because you want to see that brother rivalry. It reminds me back in the noughties when Gary Neville and Phil Neville were playing for the opposite teams. And that was the kind of rivalry that I always love watching. The when siblings go against each other.
I mean, there's nothing better than a good sibling rivalry.
There isn't. So hello, Gaz and Gaz's erection. Comments from Alex. Yeah. Oh, I think that's coming from the jokes that we had throughout the week. Dodgy photos, I'd say. But
yeah,
not,
yeah, them
you
photos.
See that? Yeah,
yeah.
them photos.
The so-called phone case.
You know, I was gonna say there. I was gonna take my phone out the case, take a photo of the case to show you what it is, because the end's way too round to be what you think it is.
Well, I mean, everyone's is different. Freedom going quick and sad.
Freedom Pipsy's brother at the, for provisional poll. This is only Q1, so people might be holed up. Oh, bit of a oversteer there from Lewis the Beaker. Dara straight in there with the excuses.
Excuses, as always.
Excuses. Hiya guys, my pedals are broke tonight. Yeah, so's your IQ level, mate. And DXD Hobo in there going, hi Gaz and Dave. Do you know what that's...
Hey up.
Do you know what, it reminds me of that duo from the...
what's... That's Dara lost on the straight at the pit exit.
Ooh.
No front wing.
Full affording.
Yep.
That's brilliant. I can see quite a few people got the number 2 on the on their cars. I wonder if that's just a coincidence or if there's something going on with this number 2. Well, if it's a number 2, it does mean that it's shit. So, excuse my language, but that's that's Dara for you. Yeah, Hobo's calling us Gaz and Dave. It does sound like a bit, though, that singing duo Chaz and Dave. I'm guessing I've lost a few people there because I don't think people will know any decent music from the 90s. But Dara's doing the right thing right now, which I'm surprised because he never does. And he's getting right out the way of every car. So maybe he has got some maturity now, but he needs to work on that voice. So Freedom's in the pit, not here in the pits, Lewis the Beak in the pits. Right, who's our next guy that we're going to be watching? Right. So Moylan's on an outlap. Now, have you seen Moyland race?
I don't think I have, no.
Right. This is the guy that you might want to watch. He is quick. He is up there with the Freedom non-human quick. There's been times when he has dominated the race from start to finish. But he's not invincible. So he is a one to watch today. Wild Gamer. Now, this is the guy that I really want to see get back to his best, along with DXT Matty and DXT Singh, because he's another driver that could be battling up there for podiums. King David, another new driver for you, I believe. He's another driver who could take a few higher positions. Now, pint-sized geezer is the type of guy that I'd be racing. He's the type of guy that he'd be my target guy. He's a guy that is constantly getting better and better. But I hope to see him. I hope to see him being a bit more competitive over time. So. Alex Boniface saying wish version of Chaz and Dave, so we're the wish version of Chaz and Dave, mate. Singh asking what shots today, boys? Well, I've got some Kahlua and some rum at my feet. Alex Boniface saying absinthe for Amar. I'd love to. I'd love to. Dude, that should be that'd be a fantastic race. That if everybody just takes like 4 shots of absinthe and let them loose on track.
God.
And Flea, Mon the Alpine. Oh man, it makes it sound like a joke. A Winter Liquors version of
Moylan's had a spin.
Oh, Moylan's spot. After me praising him, he goes and spins it. What a nugget! Come on, Moyland. Right, get in the pits, get some fresh rubber on, and get back out and show us your true pace.
Yes, please do.
We've got pint-sized geezers on an lap at the moment. We've got King David on a fast lap. Let's have a little watch of King David. Let's see how he does going in his corners. He has got the phenomenal number of 88. So which means he's probably 33. So let's see what he does. Oh, DXT Sausage, first to last challenge. So predictions for the top 3 in quali. Right. Obviously, Dave is gonna doesn't know these drivers through and through, but my top 3 is gonna be Lewis Debika, Non-Human, and Moyland. But not in that order. I don't know what order. I think Moyland's gonna pip them. It'll be Non-Human and Lewis Debika. What about yourself, Dave? Who do you think?
Yeah, I'd say based on what you've told me about the drivers, I'd probably go for Moyland and Non-Human. And sod it, let's put Freedom up there as well.
See, Freedom's always knocking on the door when it comes down to when it comes to the podiums. He's always there. He's always there about it.
Yeah.
Unless he gets a really bad start. Yeah. Well, last session he had a quali ban, tying over from the last race of last season.
Oh, that's a nice corner cut, Dara.
Oh, Dara corner cutting, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Dara. Tell you what. If the stewards see that, you could be getting a Q3 ban for next race.
Yep. Stewards have seen it. Me.
Me. Oh wow. Footage to be inputted into the incidents log after the race.
Yep.
So, Amar's top 3 is Hobo, Jake, and him. Definitely not in that order because I can't see Hobo beating anybody really. He managed to do well last week on pure luck. Alex said he saw it. He said he saw the corner cut, so obviously he's watching both our streams. Alright, so we've got 2.5 minutes left. Lewis Debika has already retired from the session.
Comes Moyland on a quick lap as well.
So
let's see then.
Oh, Hobo's coming out on the
hype is real.
Come on, Moyland. Do not freaking call her Joe. Don't call me a liar, man. Purple sector 1. Is Dara's crashed out? Dara's crashed. So what? I've worked out like if you crash out, it drops you to the bottom, and you still qualify. It drops you to the bottom of like Q2. So because he's crashed in Q1, he'll drop to the bottom of Q2. So he will start 15th,
Yeah.
even though he is faster than a lot of the drivers.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think they got it right this time. I think they got the qualifying Q1, Q2, Q3 perfectly well. Come on, Moyland.
So Moyland.
A 1:31.6.
That is a.
It's quick lap. It's quick time.
Yes.
And I know he's got more time to give on that. Along with Lewis Debicki, Singh, probably non-human, and Freedom. I know they've got more time to give. Who have we got in the orange car?
With Moyland would have probably just held off a bit because didn't want to spin like he did on the previous attempt.
Yeah. So Frenzy's retired from the session. So on board with Hobo, I'm actually going to watch Hobo's lap because we've got less than a minute to go and he needs to be quicker than Flea to stay in, as Tall Cogwheel has retired from the session. It's good to see Tall Cogwheel back in TTFL. It was great watching him when he was over in TNA. Driver's consistent. He's always there in the middle of the battle. But it's good to see him back over where he belongs to the DXT team.
No, Fleet invalidated a lap and is hitting, so that's the end of his quali.
Oh no. So he's got to kind of hope the Hobo and it's Louis fudge their laps to go into Q3. He is balancing on that, really. And Panside's Geezer's not come out, so that's the end of Q1. And Hobo's going to be the guy that we're going to watch right now. He is the one who could cause an upset for Flea.
And on board with Louis, he's 3/10 up.
Oh, it's going to be tense. You know it's going to be tense when it comes down to this point. No, Hobart just couldn't do it. He just couldn't get the pace.
Now let's see Louis end of sector 2, 4/10 up here. Not quite enough to get through just yet, but if he's got right through this final sector, gets this hooked up.
That was a nice few corners everywhere.
That was nicely done. And the final corner. Ah, he's done it!
He's done it! He's absolutely done it! Wow! It's Louis. He must have got what? He got 3 attempts out of that last sector. Wow! It's Louis. That sector 3 was amazing.
That sector 3 did look like he really hooked it up.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a Mars prediction's gone out the window with her Hobo down to 17th. Typical. So we're going to have 14 drivers in Q2 because they are crashing out, being number 15. We are going to be saying goodbye to Flea, Hobo, DXT Sausage, Frenzy, and Pint-Sized Geezer. So that, I'll be honest, it's Louis. That's obviously I caught the last half of this the lap. So watching Sector 3 was amazing. How well did you do through Sector 2?
Sector 2 did look pretty nicely done. Definitely hit all the apexes and nice and quick through the corners.
Yeah,
didn't look to be fully pushing it quite, but
yeah. So you still could get more time.
Tends to give in it.
Yeah. So we're going to be saying goodbye to Dara, Flea, Hobo, Speedy, Frenzy, and Pint-Sized Geezer at the end of Q1. So over now into Q2. This is where the strategy does come into play. This is where we're going to see what tyres the drivers are going to start off with in the top 10. So if they're going to start on the mediums, the softs or the hards, this is where they're going to pick it. I don't see anybody ever starting on hards. But yet,
No
round
need.
Russia, hards are a good tyre.
They can be a good tyre, but in a normal race situation, if there's no safety cars, easy soft to medium or medium to soft. If you start on the softs and there's an early safety car, fair enough, go on to the hard if you want to try and maybe get a jump on the strategy.
Yeah. Comment here from a few people. We've got more comments to read out. So we've got bets on who spins first, Moyland or non-human. With Amar replying, can I bet on myself instead? So who do you reckon's going to spin first in Q2?
Ooh, first spin in Q2. Who's going to be pushing for a very quick lap at the start? Freedom.
Freedom, yeah. That's a good shout. That's a very good shout. But you know what? I'm gonna say Dixie Nilmer. I don't know why. Sutton is telling me. Sutton is telling me it's gonna be him. Oh, there's another driver here that I didn't speak about. It's Sesvin, who's currently in the 88 Ferrari. He's another driver who knocks on the door of the podiums. Last race he had.
That's how you say it then.
What's that?
That's how you pronounce it then.
Sesvin, yeah, Sesvin. Yeah,
I've always said it with a stutter. Guess Finn.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's one of those ones that even Hobo, when he was trying doing the spin the wheels, called him CC. And it's like the thing is that he said 3 different versions, and he went, "I'm just gonna call him CC." So, but he hasn't put it in the comments, but it's pronounced Sesvin. So. Wow, I've just seen some comments there between Amar and Nevo in my chat, and Alex wants Amar to go on Alex's submarine, but that's only so Alex can go down on him.
I was just going to say, is that some kind of new euphemism or something?
It must be, because he does want to go down on Amar, doesn't he?
Whatever floats your boat, I suggest.
It's Alex for you. Everything floats his boat. So we're...
Oh, the irony, submarine.
Yeah. Goes down and gets wet. So that's really bad, I do apologise. So Sethford at the moment, he's going to be one of the drivers who's going to put the first time lap in. Let's see how he does, let's see how he opens the timing strategy on the medium tyres. The average is 0.7 of a second difference between the medium and a soft tyre. So drivers have got to balance that out before working out whether they're going to make Q1, Q3 or not. So we'll see how it goes. Because it is looking that they want to start on a medium tyre really. But then, yeah, 132.2. 0.7 off that is a 131.5. So Sesvin is looking at a good time there.
Yeah, 131.5 would have been a time to get you through into the Q2 session.
Yeah, it would do. Yeah. Well, that was actually top 3 time at 131.5. Because yeah, drivers were getting 131.7s. Freedom got a 131.4. So you would have been up there.
Oh yeah.
I would say
softs are 31.5.
There we go. There we go. It's like bang, and Jake goes and puts in the time that we said it's going to happen on the softs. It's like he knows the game knows well. It's like we know the game well. We have been racing and commentating for a few years now. Be quite interesting to see how Freedom does here, and I think Sesvin may have given Freedom a bit of a toe down that awkward back straight.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Good teamwork there, if that's the case. But Freedom has invalidated his lap, so it really didn't matter. But Sesvin wouldn't. He wouldn't see if Freedom would have had that.
Freedom is going round for another lap straight away.
So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump on board with King David. And I'm going to do a lap rundown with him. Talk about, try while he's going around, try and talk about where we should be putting the car. So we open up, it is a far back start and finish line as we go into turn 1, which is a sweeping kink to the right. You want to be pressing yourself over to the left hand side, hooking this outside line, ready to go into turn 2 and then turn 3. So turn 2 is this right hander, followed by the left hander kink of turn 3. Big sweeping left hander of turn 4, very similar line to what you would do at the Turkey turn 8. Into turn 5, another 90-degree turn, a lot of 90-degree turns here around Sochi. He's invalidated his lap, but we'll carry on with him anyway around turn 6. I think he just went too wide at turn 5 there, and it kind of ruins, because I want to see it at full pace. So who else have we got? Who's on that lap? Moyland. Let's get on to Moyland dead quick. And we'll start again with Moyland. Right, come on Moyland, don't screw it up this time. So we're heading around turn 1. Turn 2, we'll see Moyland, he should be running along this line. Absolutely perfect. Keeping it off the blue stuff, because the blue can ruin your tyres. Around turn 2 and 3, around turn 4. Turn 4 does have multiple lines, depends on what kind of pace you carry. But you want to be on this left hand side as before you sweep round across. And he's invalidated it at the same corner. Oh, boys. Right. I'm going to have to wait for another person to be on that lap. So you know what? King David. King David looks like he's going to go for another lap. Let's get back on board with King David. Let's see how he does this time.
Oh, a non-human on the medium, 31.4. That is a rapid lap.
That's rapid time. That is rapid indeed. That is too quick. I think he's got cheat codes.
Slight one up in the sibling rivalry there.
Yeah, yeah. And he gets right out of the way as King David hits into turn 2. Turn 3, this is... I've got a feeling he's going to do the same thing again. He's took a different line on turn 4 this time. A much faster line, but a longer line. Let's see how he does. Breaks a bit more than what he needed to. That's perfect. Perfect exit into turn 6. Again, watch the exit. It's all about the exits on round Sochi. You've got to be more careful of the exit than you do the entrance. There we go. Nicely done round turn 7. Onto turn 8. And 9. Absolutely fantastic round turn 10. Oh, invalidated his lap.
Oh.
Man alive. Come on, boys. It's not hard. It's not hard to keep it on track. So, a lot of drivers are in. I'm never going to be able to do a fast lap with one of these drivers unless I find someone who's not going to invalidate on and out lap. But Yo-Yo Moyo, he's on a fast lap at the moment. Let's see how he does. Right, you know what I need? Lap data, and he's looks like he's coming into the pits. He is. He's coming in the pits. So non-human 130.14 on medium tyres. That is a 130 point. 130.8 being on the high end. So yeah, 130.7, 130.8. That's rapid.
That's mad, is
He's
that?
half a second.
Conzot just lost the back end a little bit there in the final sector, but he's pitting, so...
Yeah, and he was actually up on his time. So he was doing well. So Nilmer's on his outlap, and so is Lewis the Beaker. I think I'm going to jump on board with Lewis when he gets round to the end, and let's see if we can do a lap run down before we get to Q3, because Q3 we're going to be focusing on lap times. We can see it is a mix of soft and mediums, so I think we're going to have an interesting pit strategy. But do you remember Thierry?
Yes.
On a Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Around here.
Where he took the mediums like 20 laps or something.
23 laps he took them on too.
23.
Yeah. So safety car came out at lap 4. He pitted. No, safety car came at lap 1. He pitted. Was it lap 1 or lap 2? It was a very early lap. He pitted and he took those medium tyres all the way to the end afterwards.
And King David P3 with a 131.8 there.
That's a very decent time there from King
Got
David.
Bloody quick times on the medium tyres here.
Yeah, a lot quicker than what the softs were doing. So here we go, on board with Lewis the Beaker as we go around turn 1. Let's see what line he takes. Now, over the curb. He stays right, but gently strafing over to the left. This is a very different line from everybody else. I don't think he's going to do a good time here with these medium tyres. I think he's struggling, because he's already hashed up sector 1. Let's see if he improves round through as we're about to head into sector 2. So that was it was an okay sector 1, not great. There's a few mistakes. So he's around turn 6, around turn 7, and on to turn 8, around turn 9. Let's see how his exit's handling. Very nicely done around turn 9 and 10. On to 11. 11's where a lot of people do try and cut that corner a bit too much. Now this is the next DRS zone. So we want to see how Lewis the Beaker does through here. Yo-Yo Moyo going out of the way. But Lewis want to adopt as much of that dirty air as possible. As he goes round turn 13 and 14. Around 15 and 16. Quite a nice line there. Looks a bit slidey.
Yeah, on the exit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be hooking really well up on these medium tyres. 132.3. So he's got worse than what he was on the these before.
He gained in sector 2 and 3 because he was almost 3 tenths down from sector 1.
Yeah. So he needs to work on his sector 1. So that line he just took then is much better than what he did previously. So we can move on to other people, but we're going to be watching Lewis's time, because we really need. Oh, he's cut the corner.
Oh no! Don't want to be doing that when you've got a steward on the comms.
It wasn't even like it was an accidental or just cut the corner. It was a massive cut. If he was a surgeon,
yes, Dave is here.
Yeah, if Lewis was a surgeon doing circumcisions, he'd be turning a lot of Jewish boys into girls with that kind of cut.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright, so Moyland with a 131.4, non-human 131.4. Told you Moyland was up there. But Moyland did it on a soft tyre.
Yeah.
So, how did free non-human get that pace on medium tyres? The closest medium tyre driver afterwards is King David with 131.8.
I call hacks.
Cheat codes. Definitely cheat codes.
Yeah.
So I think Izzy's a little bit shocked to hear your voice.
Oh, and Con's invalidated. Con's got
Oh
a bit of
no!
next invalidation.
No, because that means he's not going to get into Q3.
No.
So it looks like we're going to be saying goodbye to Lewis the Beaker after on a few bad laps. I'm quite shocked that he's down there. Cons, it's Louis and Tor Cogwheel at the moment. Actually, yeah, that's it really. Cause
At the moment, it is gonna be.
It's gonna be because Cons can't improve with invalidated lap.
No, and Lewis is in the pits.
And you got Yo-Yo Moyo at the moment as well, who's in P8, currently in P8. This is a driver that can really string up a lap, but he's inconsistent. So he could improve. He could get a good lap in at the end of Q3, but a little bit of inconsistency with the driver. So, and he did cause a bit of a stare when he couldn't get out of the way on some of the fast laps. Alright, so we've got big salty seawater. Sorry I cut the corner, was annoyed at that lap. So I'm guessing that was Lewis the Beaker. Sorry for cutting you out there. So this is going to be a very interesting Q3 because we've got what 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers who are going to be starting on medium tyres in the top 10.
Five.
Is it 5? Is that? Yes,
Five.
it is. Sorry, 5. 5. Sorry, 5. I've been corrected. Thank you very much. We do have Moylan sitting there with a W for wanker as his profile picture. So goodbye. I've got to say au revoir to Lewis the Beaker, Cons, Louis, and Tor Cogwheel until we get onto the race. So out of the top 10 I've got left, who are we going to say for top 3? So obviously non-human's going to be up there, and probably Moyland. Who would you put as a third?
Ooh.
I'm going to say Singh. There's something about him right now. I want to say Singh.
Who is surprised he's not in the wall yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Moyland, non-human. I mean, after that time on his that he did on the medium tyres, non-human's got to be up there.
He's got to get in pole.
Realistically, yeah.
If he does, if non-human doesn't get pole and doesn't get a sub 131, then he knows those medium tyres are going to be his best option because he's outperformed everybody with them. That was an outstanding lap. That lap was just as good as Moylan's, and Moyland was on the softs. We've got big salty seawater sticking in the boldest prediction, saying Sesven's going to do a masterclass and he'll get pole. Well, I'd love to see that.
Seeing that.
I would love to. Yeah, I would love to see him. I would. I'll be honest. I was actually quite impressed with him around Australia. He did really well around Australia until he screwed up turn 5 and nearly took out half the field. Not his fault for taking him out because he crashed and everybody had to avoid him. We had Amar doing a 360, Flea almost losing it completely. After that, it was it was quite eventful. Hobo just being absolutely pure lucky through the whole race and managed to get points. I don't know how.
I mean, can't have been as bad as the Xbox one. Xbox race in Australia.
Oh, I'll be honest, I didn't see it. I should have.
4 finishes.
Ah.
4 finishes and what was it? 12 DNFs.
Okay. Okay. Okay, it could never be that bad. Alright, so let's get the lap data and the telemetry on. Let's see how he's doing performance-wise as King David does. Is again the first car doing a time lap. Now, Sochi for me has always been a boring race in real life and on the game.
Ooh, bit wide there from King David, but doesn't invalidate.
Yeah, a bit lucky there on that going wide. He flared to that curb line too much. He does use as much track as he possibly can, and then some. And that's why he invalidates.
And that's an invalidation there.
But that did not look as bad as the corner he did earlier. So it's a bit.
No, the actual reasoning behind it is how much time it takes you to get from point A where you leave the track to point B where you rejoin. Based on the delta.
Ah, okay. There we go. Explanation from Matty there for a reason why. But even so, it was kind of obvious he went wide on the previous corner a bit more and he used more of the track. It's a bit weird that it still didn't invalidate it.
Yeah, but with him going a bit wider, his delta would have been below.
It would have dropped a bit
time,
more.
So
yeah,
would have been fine.
Oh, a freedom pit puts in 130, 1-3. He's basically he's put up the challenge and went, "Come on, bro, see what you can do."
But he won't be setting a time this lap, so.
No, it won't be. It's just invalidated it pretty much early on. So let's have a look at Amar. And Amar is going into the pits. Non-human. Let's have a look, non-human. Let's see what your answer is to your brother's challenge. See, so last season we did a driver's drive of the season and commentator's drive of the season. Driver's driver went to DXT Iceman, who's no longer racing with us, and the commentator's driver of the season went to non-human. But it's performance.
Oh, another invalidation from non-human.
Yeah, I just got that. His performance in this season already has been phenomenal. So, could he be doing it twice? Could he be the commentator's driver of the season? And it was based on entertainment value as well as a good, solid, consistent driver. And he seems to be answering all the right questions as Moyland puts in exactly the same time he put in Q2. Exactly the same time. That's weird.
Fair enough.
It's just
decent time.
It shows consistency, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
it really does.
So we got DXT Matty.
Keep putting in the same long time.
Yeah, it's down to the thousandth of a second. It's actually spot on, exactly the same. It's weird. Ooh. The chat is alive with I think Big Salty Sea Water's trying to butter up the league owner, saying there is only one right answer to commentator's driver of the season, and that is DXT Hobo. I'll be honest. I rule Hobo out. I ruled Hobo and Nevo out last season out of the commentators' drive of the season because they're the league owners. I didn't want to sound like favouritism on that front, but on this season I'm actually going to allow Hobo to be involved in these awards because I think because Hobo at the moment, his entertainment value is up there, on and off the track.
I mean, I'll give you a hypothetical scenario here.
Yeah.
Commentator's driver of the season, if I'd been racing all season, would be me, obviously.
Well, it depends how many times I've cursed you by the end of the season. When I was commentating for you over in TNA, on your races in TNA, you were my favourite drivers to watch. I'll give you that because you'd have like some fantastic laps and then all of a sudden you bin it, and it won't be a small bin, it'd be a spectacular bin. Canada, it was my favourite. Somehow
Canada was just brilliant. I don't even hit the wall of champions.
No, you didn't.
Just have a spin and hit the wall on the left.
You know, the best part of it, you took that chicane so fast and so smoothly. It was the fact that when you come up, you went along the curb line and get along the wall of champions, looked amazingly well. And then somehow did a Scandinavian flick, end up in the wall on the opposite side, and then trailed across to the other side of the road. It was spectacular, and I was like, I think you were on for a very fast lap time as well.
Sting showing his true pace there, 130.9.
Oh, I did say someone was going to get below 130, 131. I'm actually waiting for non-human to do it. And he's invalidated his lap. Oh! You've got King David, non-human, and Yo-Yo Moyo, all three invalidating their laps, and they've not got much time left either. Could it be the fact that we're going to have the driver that actually put such a phenomenal lap with medium tyres not even going to be making top three? So at the moment we've got DXC Singh, Freedom and Moylan sitting in the top three. Now DXC Singh has been my new choice since Lewis de BK could not string a full lap together on Q2. And he's looking quick. Singh is looking quick. Moyland needs to pull his finger out and improve it on that time. We are expecting better from him. And non-human just needs to link that lap up. So here we go. Start again. This is his last chance. Last chance saloon. For non-human really, because after this those tyres will be a little bit worse for wear. So he's around 10-2, 10-3. Nicely does that line through 10-3. Cuts it at the most he could. That's a good line for 10-5. Alex Boniface going, oh, Amar's back. He's not back. He's still got a whole race to do. He's still going to end up in a wall. This is so he's got one more corner of the hard part where people tend to invalidate, and he's got through it. So let's see how he does at the final sector. Is non-human going to be taking P1? He's got purple sector 2. Absolutely fantastic. Nice line there through those few corners there. He's invalidated!
Invalidated!
How?
Oh no!
Wait, he needs to keep going. He needs to keep going. He's got this last chance.
He's got the time for one more lap.
He's lucky to have that availability. It's oh no way.
King David, on the other hand, might not, and he's invalidated.
You know what, he's going straight into the pits. I think he's just going. Oh, sod it. I'll take
Yo-Yo
P10.
Moyo is gonna get a lap time in, provided he doesn't invalidate here. Okay, so 132.3.
Right. Here's a little thing I'm going to say. That last corner, the start-finish line is that far back, as close to that corner as possible, that you could actually cross that line off track and get a good time. All you've got to do, right, is when you get past and you cross that line, is slam on the brakes and then come onto the track. And you won't invalidate the previous lap. It's mental, but it works.
Yeah,
and it
I
means
understand that.
You can carry a lot of speed through that corner, knowing that you can actually go over that line.
Yeah, especially based on the point A to point B delta time for invalidation.
Yeah, exactly. It works. It's a little bit of glitch. I worked that out earlier on in the game, and it works on previous games as well. So if you're watching it and you're still playing previous games and that, you can still exploit it.
Non-human, final corner, still a valid lap. I think that would... Does that say P2 on his wheel?
On whose wheel?
Yes, it was P2. 131.0.
So, still, Amar gets P1. Absolutely fantastic time from Amar. Non-human P1 for Amar, P2 for non-human, P3 for Freedom. So, a mix of everybody's predictions. Sesvin in 4th, very good lap time from Sesvin. Just pips Moyland, who's in 5th. So Moyland, a dominant driver, sitting in 5th. That is interesting. We've got Nilma and Matty. I'd say that's exactly where they're meant to be. They are there about close enough to the podium positions. Absolutely fantastic effort from our drivers. Obviously we've got King David not able to put his time in Q3. That was a bizarre eventuality. So another dry day at Sochi. I was hoping for rain, you know.
I mean, yeah, you need something to at least make the race a bit more exciting.
Well, we're gonna be watching Amar and Dara, so we can expect a few spins and crashes. Apparently Amar's been drinking Guinness. It's like Guinness reminds me of tar, right? With some whipped cream on top. It's just absolutely vile looking thing, and it tastes like ass. Non-human goes, I nearly bottled that.
Ass regularly then?
Depends whose ass it is, really. So we have got the formation up. Right, we're going to be watching this carefully because we're going to stamp out the heel draggers. So the formation lap is dictated by the lead driver. All the cars have got to be in a respectable distance behind them. So anybody deciding to hold the pack up a bit more than necessary. A bit like
Cons maybe is a little bit at the moment.
Maybe that's just down to a lack of ability. But you can tell when someone's deliberately holding back too much. Like, Flea's a little bit far off, but he's not too far off right now. He's giving himself some space, doing a little bit of weaving, and then he's catching up. So there are pockets opening Cons, I think Cons is just a bit scared not to crash into anybody, so he's giving a bit of space, but he's got to be careful it's not too far away, because what happens if it's too far away, then you start to ask questions about it, going, why is it taking forever, because the tyres do cool down for P1, P2, while they're waiting for drivers from P19, P20 to get in line. So it's a bit of respect really, Joe, a bit of sportsmanship.
Yeah.
That should be the case. Obviously this will be passed over to every league that we're involved in. So, yeah. As Amar does head round, final corner, and we are waiting to get this race underway. Predictions. Right. I do think Moyland, Lewis DeBeeker are going to be battling up there. I think King David could also get into the get up there into the podium battle, but it's actually anybody's race really. Expecting Hobo to do nothing, expecting Dara to crash, expecting Amar to bottle it. Yeah, I can't say anything really more as we are waiting for the lights to start. Here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's go, and now McLaren looks very bouncy.
As a good start from non-human.
Yeah, non-human and Freedom. Caught Amar with his pants down, and that is fantastic. Non-human taking P1 straight away with Freedom in second, and Singh dropping down to third. Moylan's up into fourth, and Sesford is in fifth. Dix and Nilma in sixth. We've got King David in seventh. A fantastic move from King David. Yo Moyo in eighth.
Oh, and Nilma's gone over the curb a little bit there and knocked Sesfin off as well.
Oh,
both running a bit wide.
Yeah, I think Sesfin has he got damage? No, he hasn't. He's just lacked a little bit of pace. He lacked a little bit of pace there, and he's dropping down like a stone. Oh, Dixie Anthony went sideways going around that corner there. Managed to hold well.
And there's a lot of carbon fibre flying around back there. Flea and Cogwheel, Formula Ford.
Oh, wow. Tell you what, pint-sized geezer's looking hungry.
Cons as well, Formula Ford.
Yeah, Cons.
That's 3 of them.
Cons and pint-sized geezer's like looking hungry to go and get past Cons at the moment, but Cons, even though he's falling forward, it's still holding well. So that's both Alpine drivers heading into the pits.
Speedy in the pits.
DXT Sausage must have some damage. So is Sesvin.
So he must have had some kind of damage that was hampering him.
Yeah.
Wasn't visible.
So, first lap underway. We haven't got any permanent casualties, but a few little minor wings that needs to be placing. So we do have a non-human in first, Freedom in second, and Amar in third, and Moyland in fourth. This battle for second between Freedom, Singh and Moyland is absolutely epic. Non-human doing absolutely fantastic. So we've got Cameron Adams just joined in time, so he's joined just in time to watch this race. Thanks for joining us, Cameron. This is going to be an epic race, really. I can see already that we're going to have a nice battle between these top drivers. So King David's up in fifth, and Singh does get P2. Does Moylan get P3? No, managed to hold Freedom off. Oh, sorry, Freedom managed to hold Moyland off. And he's coming back again. That was a fantastic, great view from the back of it. Amar watching that overtake happen. Absolutely fantastic as Moylan is now up into third. And are we going to see Amar hunt down non-human? As Moylan's already started to open the gap up to Freedom, as I think that was King David going really wide in the last corner there. The RS has been enabled, now we're in lap 3. So we've got Jake now. Jake is catching up with Yo-Yo Moyo. And I can expect that Jake will take these eventually. Whether or not he's going to basically do it quick enough so he can actually catch up with King David, who's now 3 seconds in front of Nilmer. It seems like Nilmer hasn't got the pace he used to have, but he's got a good line and he's defending really well against Yo-Yo Moyo. Dara now up into 10th. I'm going to expect a dive bomb or two from Dara. What do you think?
Well, he is the dive bomb king.
Yeah,
he almost lost it there.
Yeah, I'm kind of. Is it really bad that I wanted him to spin out? Just to laugh.
No.
It does sound like a leprechaun on helium, doesn't it, Dara? As I have Nilmer jumping in the pit, I think he must have some damage. As Moylan gets into the race fastest lap of 1:34.6. This is going to be epic. The drivers are all quite close. You got little packs of drivers, but within those packs, those drivers are close. You got Hobo, who's up into 12. Who would have thought Hobo would have made places? Or maybe it's because everybody's dropped down and that's why he's been inherited the places rather than overtaking anyone. I can't expect them to
by
actually
default.
By default, as Hobo got places. It's like that was like what it was last week. By default he got points. And it's Louis. He's gonna get Louis because it's Louis gonna get penalties, and that's what it is. Oh, I thought Hobo got a tank stopper there, but he managed to hold well. Yeah, it's Louis. It's Louis all over the track. He's all over off the track as well. So Hobo could he steal a place? Could he be that sneaky and go, you know what, I'm going to snatch this place with it? He dive bombs in for a good one right now. He's caught up with it. Louis. Is he going to dive it? No, it's not dive bomb because you see it happening. And I think that's all fair enough in war. With that, there's not much Hobo could do. He had the place. The little contact at the end didn't make any difference really. So well done, Hobo. Officially one overtake. He'll tell and say that, oh, overtake this person, overtook that person. It's only because they crashed out or spun that you overtake them. That one's your first one I've seen that you've actually done cleanly. So well done, Hobo.
Dara right on the back of DXC Matty here. Oh, in the back a little bit.
I joined just as it went really squirrely. And that is not a corner that you try and overtake on the outside. But Dara's managed to do it.
I mean, we got a VSC.
Oh, who died? Who died? Oh, and it's not who's died, it's which driver at the back? Is that... Was it Speedy? No. Be someone who's needs to go to the pit. Someone's crashed, but not enough to
Pint-sized geezer's not got a front wing.
So maybe that was it. Maybe pint-sized geezer's clipped the wall somewhere. Lost a chunk of wing.
A chunk? More like all of it.
Yeah, the whole wing, yeah. Whole wing. Yeah. All he's got is that freaking nose. I tell you what though, it just looks so weird on a Red Bull when it loses a front wing. It looks like
that's going to have to be censored out for YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is that it looks like an anteater. You got me, like a snout. Rather where the rest of them have that bulbous nose that hides the thing. Where the Red Bull doesn't. The Red Bull has that like U-bend, and then they got that little loop in the middle. So it just doesn't look right. It looks like a snout.
Wait, now you've said that, I'm expecting this really long tongue to come out of it.
There's not a tongue that comes out of that. Definitely not a tongue that will come out of that. It'd be Max Verstappen's erection after he was gifted that win at Abu Dhabi. So back to the racing as we are back racing again now the VSC's gone, and Sesvin has made light work of Nilmer at that point there. Fantastic move as DXA Cons has retired from the session. I think he'd done that in the pits. He did. He retired in the pits.
Yeah, looks like it.
I think he wasn't enjoying it. That's my thing. I think he just goes out. No, I'm all over the place. I'm sliding all over the place. I can't control the car. I'm gonna get out before I kill someone, which is fair enough. But look, Singh has caught up with non-human.
Yeah, and Moylan's stuck with Singh as well.
Yeah, so this is a battle for the top three battle here. This is the battle that we needed. This is where is Singh back to his best. The guy races better when he's had a drink in him. It's up.
I mean, we all know one person that can't be said about.
And who's that?
Let's just say this person likes a lot of rum.
Ah, yeah, okay. Fair enough. And that person who likes a lot of rum, yeah, has caused a lot of arguments in my house. Yep, I'm not going to get into that because I'm still fuming. I'm still arguing about the case. As Moylan nearly loses it, and Singh somehow dances past non-human. It looked like non-human must have lost. Oh, was this a tactical play? This is actually smart. Oh, no way.
This is going to be a tasty battle up at the top.
Oh my goodness, I was on board of Moylan the whole way through that. And it's like I didn't even know exactly what I was looking at. So
everyone was in first place at one point there.
Exactly, yeah. So let's reevaluate that dead quick. So non-human slows down for some reason. Singh goes past it and he manages to get the DRS. So non-human then uses DRS. Moylan, having a superior power, manages to go around the outside of Singh, and now non-human's back up into first for a brief moment. Now Moylan's past non-human. This is what are we watching here, boys and girls? This is amazing. So non-human's
all this battling up front has allowed Freedom to catch up a bit. Along with King David right behind.
So well, basically, it started off with non-human jerking off by himself. Then it turns into a threesome. Now it's almost a fivesome. Well, it's a threesome with two people watching.
It's an orgy at this point.
It will be an orgy at the end. So it's a threesome with two spectators. And they're kind of like edging in, going, yeah, you know, I'm going to come and flirt a little bit, and then I'm going to get involved, and then it'll turn into an orgy. Wait until one person gets tank slapped, and then it'll be a proper gangbang when they smash into each other.
Oh God.
But this is absolutely amazing.
Oh, that's Singh!
Oh, Martin spun him all the way. Well, we said it. We said he was going to be the first one to spin. Oh my goodness, no way! And you know what? He done the right thing. He did the absolute right thing. He waited until it was safe, and then he got back out. But what this has done is actually made me upset a little bit, because now he's going to have to work super hard to get himself back into contention. What he needs is he'll need to pit soon. then hope for a safety car to come out. But he all bunch up and he takes over.
Oh, well, how about going slow?
Is there anything different about that?
Well, slower than usual then.
Or is it just because he wants to let DXT Sausage pass? He's got a thing about being up the back of the DXT Sausage, or Speedy, to all the other regulars. Oh,
I honestly thought he would have preferred to have the DXT Sausage behind him.
well, you never know with Hobo. He likes it in front and behind.
Wow.
He's looking to get into the mix of it, as he's catching up with DXT Sausage. So let's get back to the front now, because we've got Non-Human, Moyland and Freedom in top 3 places, with King David watching this battle. And Yo-Yo Moyo is jumping into the pits. Lewis De Beaker up into 5th. Now that is some good drive from Lewis De Beaker right now. Yeah, he is almost 10 seconds off the pace of King David, but the fact he's up into 5th after going out at Q2 is fantastic. And Dara now up into 5th. So there is a battle for 5th really here. So we've got
and
Dara.
A safety car. Who's that?
Oh,
Fine
size geezer.
Geezer, final corner, is that?
Yeah, final corner. So this is going to be interesting. So let's have a look at the tyres. A lot of mediums. Right, so this might work out really well for Moyland, because he started on the soft tyres. He's going to transfer over to mediums now. This is going to be interesting. So,
which is easy enough for him to take the mediums to the end than it will be for these medium runners taking softs to the end.
Exactly. So Moyland.
Yeah.
Moyland, even though he's going to be at a disadvantage for the first 5 laps, with them having a superior grip, might do him good in the long run. So people who are putting on the soft tyres are going to have to think, right, you know what, I'm going to have to pit again. And they're going to have to pit again in roughly about lap 19, like lap 20. Freedom's put hards on.
Freedom on hards?
See, hards are not too bad on the circuit. It's... Yet you lose 1.5 seconds to the soft tyres, but you're guaranteed to go to the end. So
Lewis De Beaker opted not to pit.
Well, he's going for the one-stop strategy. He's probably sitting there thinking, you know, we're going to have another safety car out at some point, so I'll wait for that. So,
and Amar in the chat had to be me that spun. Rip.
Yeah.
Those first 7 laps, though. Yes, they were tasty.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll tell you what though, it was up until the point that Amar spun. We had a very interesting Russian race. Absolutely interesting indeed. It's just I don't see the race ever going to be that interesting again now, unless Amar manages to weasel his way through this grid back up. But then tyre strategy's gone out the window for a lot of drivers. I think the one who's played it off at the best is Moyland. Moylan's done it. He's done it. He's won the strategy contest. That's the battle, really, wasn't it? Really, the tyre strategy.
Yeah.
And he's gone and smashed it. Absolutely well done to him.
And is that's
Dara's pitted. So is he pitting for another set of mediums? Oh, it is gonna be a very interesting end of the race. When it comes down to the next drivers to pit. So obviously we've got Lewis De Beco, who will need to pit. Sesvin more likely needing to pit. I don't think Sesvin's got the ability what Thierry has done in front of us before. If there's another safety car, we're definitely going to see another round of pits, and I think everybody will put on soft tyres.
Oh yeah, from this point, if there is a safety car, it's definitely got to be softs. Because they will, from the end of this safety car, they definitely will make it to the end.
So they can do. I reckon soft tyres can do 12 laps.
Easy.
Yeah. 12 laps is quite alright for them to do. Because this is an easy circuit to do the one stop. So the optimal one stop, which is medium and soft. You don't struggle at all with tyres around here. It's like tyres don't have a problem here. Even the hards are competitive. So
it's like a heaven for tyres.
Yeah, it is. It's tyre heaven, Russia. But maybe that's why it's so boring for us, because like, oh, it's freaking Russia. So the safety car is in on this lap, so be interesting to see how Lewis De Beco sets himself up for this, because he's got non-human on soft tyres right behind him, and then Moyland. So, driver, I'm gonna watch Freedom's point of view, because you'll see when Lewis De Beco gets off and how the other two react. But this is one of those circuits. It's always a late reaction. Oh, he's gone. Is he? He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone really. That took me by surprise. But it did take non-human and Moylan by surprise, or Freedom, as we are back racing again. And non-human is looking to pounce already. The door's closing, but no, Lewis speaking, no, he's a bit too close, and gives him the respect that he deserves. And that was a good pass by non-human. Now Lewis Beaker is at the mercy of Moyland and Freedom. Freedom's off a little bit. He didn't manage to stay with the pack. But yeah, that's an outstanding start from non-human, who really needs to open up a gap. Oh, Moyland almost loses it. Wow, this is amazing. So King David is right behind Freedom, who's right behind Lewis De Beco. And Lewis De Beco and Freedom are side by side. And King David's right there as well. This is not a corner to go free wide in. And a little bit of shoulders there from between Lewis De Beco and King David, which is basically give a knock-on effect, because Lewis De Beco was swallowed. Yeah, you know what the thing is, it was almost like he got bullied to go down the grid there.
On that as well, Amar back up into 9.
Yeah, Amar's got to have a recovery drive of a lifetime here if he's going to get back on the podium.
Definitely, yeah.
And the drivers in front of him, Matty, Yo-Yo, Moyo, says Finn, it's next 3 drivers, they're not easy to pass.
No. They will make their car as wide as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be like trying to pass a boat. It's just not going to happen. Driver that I'm actually quite surprised is doing better than usual is DXD Anthony right now. It seems to be getting back into his stride. Hoping to see him battle for podiums more often, more consistently. Driver that I'm surprised not up in the battle is DXD Sausage and High Pitch Potato. And High Pitch Potato does get past Nilmer, and the other McLaren of It's Louis, so force his way through past the 2 McLarens. I think Nilmer's got a bit of a connection issue right now, because he is a little bit jumpy. And Flea is retired from the session.
In the pits.
Yeah. It's not very often that Fleet actually crashes out, even though sometimes we do want to watch it happen. But yeah. He'd have a reason for that. I think he might have just had enough. I know he doesn't like Russia. A lot of drivers don't like Russia. So we get past the halfway point, and let's have a look at position changes. So Non-Human up 1, Moyland up 3, King David up 7, Freedom down 1, DXC Anthony up 4, Sesvin down 2, Yo-Yo Moyo up 1, Matty down 1, Singh down 8, but he is recovering from that Mahusa spin. Dara's up 5, It's Louis up 2, Noma up down 6, Frenzy up 6, Tall Cogwheel hasn't moved up or down. Herbo inherited 3 places now, because Tall Cogwheel's dropped 1. Give it all. There you go, Herbo. I feel sorry for you. Go for it, mate. DXD Sausage up 2 places, and Lewis the Beaker down 6 after being bashed around. Really
making a move here. He is up into P1 ahead of Myland.
Yeah, these drivers are just going to constantly be passing back and forth.
The rest of the grid has just fallen back a bit from these two.
Yeah, King David's lost a lot of ground over the last 2 laps, because he's right behind him. But like, so is Freedom. So when Freedom was watching with King David, and they just both of them have dropped back quite a lot. So then dropping back, they've had to put themselves in touching distance from Amar.
Yeah.
Amar can actually see them. So Amar could still get a podium by passing these drivers in front of him. But he's got, like I say, some of the toughest drivers to pass in front of him. So you've raced against Matt quite a lot. You were probably a similar pace as him. How hard is it to race that guy?
It's a nightmare.
Because
his racecraft is incredible, and he just manages to put the car in the right place on the track.
Yeah. See, because I've noticed that it's...
Frenzy.
Oh, safety car.
That's a safety car.
So this is... This is
the perfect time for anyone to pit onto the softs now.
Advantage Sesvin right now. So Sesvin is the first car to get into the pits. So advantage Sesvin on the safety car. So this kind of reminds me back when Lewis just missed the pit lane throughout the season. Max Verstappen jumps in the pit and pits earlier. It just reminds me of that moment when Lewis Hamilton's like, do I pit or do I stay out? And he got told to stay out and he got pipped. because he didn't have the fresh tyres on, and it's the same story over and over. But I just remember one of those moments. But says Finn, right now, managed to get fresh soft tyres. Right, so let's have a look. Tyres. Everybody should be on soft tyres. Apart from Herbo, who's got on medium tyres. I think he needed to go onto those mediums. Nilman's on mediums. There's Speaker on soft, Speedy on soft. So we've got Moyland, Non-Human, King David, Freedom, and DXT Anthony all needing to get into the pits. Now, question is Sesfin going to be able to catch up with them? Because the Delta slowed down on it.
Yeah, it will.
So they're all in. Moylan's in, Non-Human's in, King David's in. Freedom stayed out. Why did Freedom stay out? He's gone for position rather than... He's gone for track position rather than tyre strength. Which means he knows...
Finn is going to jump a couple of these drivers here.
Yeah. Says Finn. Get the full tap out as well.
Yes.
So he's up into fifth.
Driver.
Yeah, he's up into fifth. Which is fair enough, but then... Wow. So King David's dropped down a few places here. So Amar's going to have to get past King David. DXT Matthew. Yo-Yo Moyo, Sesfin. DXT Anthony and Non-Humans get third. That doesn't look quite likely, does it? I think it's like Alex Boniface, Neva has gone quite like to see Amar back on the podium. To be honest, Amar should be up there battling for first and second and third really with these guys, because that's been just unfortunate. So we've got to the 2/3 of the raceway. Matty, what's your thoughts? Who do you think is going to get the podium?
I can see Freedom getting absolutely swamped if he doesn't pit. Moylan, Non-Human, the pace they've showed all race and quali, definitely got to be up there.
Oh,
what?
Freedom's been disqualified from the session for ignoring yellow flags. What it was the fact that he's gone into the pit entry because he's gone off the pit lane and then gone back into the pit lane. The game's registered that he's registered that he's passed the safety car. Told him to give the place back to the safety car, but he's already in the pits, so he gets disqualified.
Oh God, okay.
It's not a glitch in the game. It was a driver error, and what that's done is basically took him out of the race.
Talk about rotten luck.
Yeah, so basically, safety car should be in on this lap. Now that Speedy, now that Speedy is just behind the pack. The Non-Human Moyland up there for the top two. DXT Anthony. Do you think DXT Anthony, like in his heyday, he'd be up at the front anyway? you think he's got it today to be battling these guys for first, second? Or do you think he's quite like he's like Sebastian Vettel and just not got it anymore?
Not for first and second, I don't think.
Oh yeah, I definitely think he's holding third.
Third place he'd be happy with, but it's going to be interesting to see if Amar can cut his way through the pack and get back onto the podium. That
is a good question. I would love to see Amar battling up for podium, but it would depend on how quick he gets through King David, Matty, Yo-Yo Moyo. No disrespect to Sesvin, but I don't think Sesvin putting up much of a defence against Amar. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, Iceman asking who's people got for the win. As we are racing again, Moylan gets a good start. Non-humans flying away, but with Anthony's managed to hold well. The Yo-Yo Moyo is right behind Sesvin. And Yo-Yo Moyo's got a nice line. Is he going to get him?
No.
No, he's not. He had a nicer line. But penalties are getting handed out left, right, and centre.
A 3-second time penalty.
Yeah. There's a lot of drivers sitting there with time penalties right now as Tor Cogwheel is out. Is he out? Tor Cogwheel's out and Nilma was there with him. Nilma losing a bit of wing.
Is missing an end plate.
Wonder what happened there between those two drivers. It's not like Tor Cogwheel to crash. It's really not. So we do have the yellow sector 1 and 2, but that's all cleared up now, and we're back racing again in that sector. Lewis de Beeker in 11th. Does he have it in him to stop moving places? Amar does get past Singh. Sorry, Amar get past. Amar does get past King David. Wow, how did he pass himself? Well,
Amar. That's incredible. He's lapped himself, has he?
Yeah, he's lapped himself. As DXT Matty does have a little glitch there. Oh! King David with the dive bomb.
Coming back.
King David has got this knack of a dive bomb. It's almost Flea-esque. Now, those dive bombs that Flea does, King David does them as well. So, yeah, it'd be quite interesting to see if Amar can get it back. But, yeah.
Oh, okay. Bye, Hobo.
What happened?
Hobo's left the session. I saw migrating host at the bottom. I was like, oh, Hobo? Has he crashed out? No. Left.
Oh, he's just lost it. He's lost connection. He might ask for a. Is either his system switched off on him, or he's been kicked out again. I think, or something's happened, and he's got to go without warning. But we'll see. I'm sure someone will jump in to let us know. Hopefully. While Gamers just said that he was lagging alongside me, it was hard to tell if he was still there or not. So maybe his internet's dropped out.
Oh, Dara's crashed.
Typical Dara.
There's the Dara crash for the race. And that's another save. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Please invite.
Sorry, Homer, there's no point. No. Right. Your AI car decided to torpedo itself into Dara. I caught it on stream. Your AI car, it was, you could tell it wasn't Hobo. You could tell it wasn't him. But his car torpedoed itself into Dara.
I've got the stream up. I've got the stream on before. Let me have a look at this.
It was amazing.
Have a look at this. I caught it at the point where he was in, where his AI car was in the wall.
Right, so it was. You see that?
So going on a perfect line, then just thinks, nah, not this.
Yeah,
Bang.
perfect line. Sees Dara and goes, you know what, I'm going to take the potato out. Boom!
Oh, he was already out. Oh well.
You know what? Clip that, lap 23, or lap 22 it was. Clip that, bang.
That can go on the TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok torpedoes. Pew! Right. So DXT Kiviat, I mean DXT Hobo, is now out.
DXT Heisman, the digital legend of Hobo, is clearly had enough.
So safety car caused. Right. I don't think the safety car was going to come out with the Dara crash. But when AI Hobo went, you know what? I think I might help out here and just take out a few laps for people. But just go smash. That's.
Oh god.
I think that's the best AI moment I have seen.
I know the AI is a bit stupid on this game, but that's taking it to a whole new level.
You know what? I tell you what. Do me a favour, Matty. Invite Hobo to the party. Invite him to the party. Let's get him in here. Get Hobo in here. Let's have a little chat with Hobo. That was something else. Oh. So safety car is in on this lap.
Invited.
Oh. Right, Hobo.
You can't invite back in.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know what to say, man. I was literally like trying to get back in the party, and then I'm going to someone, safety car first, please send me an invite, please. And they went, there's no point. There's no point, get me back in. They went, no, your car is DNF. I went, wait, what? I looked over your stream, I would have seen my car, like, fucking kamikaze itself in the dark. Like, I don't know what the fuck that. I'm watching it like, that's my car.
See, I was kind of looking to catch it. I was like, oh, that was crash, right? Who's gonna go past Dara? Oh, Hobo's AI car's gonna go past. Nicely round the corner. Sees, it's like, you go around the corner, you see it's Dara. I'm gonna kill the prick. Bang.
Gonna go past, more like gonna go through.
Yeah.
It basically noticed it was Dara and it just locked on and just like torpedo.
Yeah, it might be an comment if you go.
Yeah, go on, Matty. Let's get him an invite. The last few laps, let's get him on board.
Let's see.
Oh.
That was amazing. But it's like the safety car should be on on this lap.
When did we do it?
Invite friends, an error has occurred.
Yeah, it's saying the same thing to me. But so
No, I'm just getting PSN error when I try to invite.
yeah, I think it's basically closed all invites off.
Nah, it just thinks I'm still in the session.
We can't even get the list open to invite anybody.
But yeah, no, we have a Punch safety car in the first move, but the first crash initially anyway.
So we go. Safety car's back in. Quickly go over the comments that we've seen at the end. So Nevo trusts Herbert to be drawn to a young boy. Wow. Okay. And Herbert invites Santon straight to the Sochi hospital. Sounds about right. So non-human now. When's he going to go? We've seen some early, we've seen Lewis the Beaker really go early. And I think non-human's gone for the same kind of strategy.
Gone early as well.
So how's Moylan going to respond? See, the thing is now that safety cars come out, what we want to see Amar battling for the podium. And that's not likely to happen unless Amar can get past DXC, Matty, and as you said before, Matty just puts the car in the right place at the right time. And bits of Hobo is still on the track. Absolutely mental. So Sesvin right now quite close to DXC Anthony. I'm feeling the whole of DXC Anthony still a shadow of his former self when it comes to racing. I do hope that he does hold on to P3 because he does deserve it. But Sesvin has shown some good pace around here today. As Amar is right close to the back of Matty. Will he get this move done? I don't think he's going to get it done here. Or is he? Last of the late breakers. No, oh, he does get it, but
but
King David again.
Made.
King David again with that late dive bomb on DXT Matty. Now we've seen Darwin make some drastic dive bombs. King David's doing a kind of similar thing now.
King David's dive bombs, I've noticed a bit more precision.
They're very, very like calculated.
Yeah,
it's high. Yeah, it's
very good dive bomb.
Yeah, it's clean dive bombs. Obviously, people don't like it because it's still a dive bomb, but it's clean.
No contacts, like I did one on, I think it was, it's Philly, I think. Race.
But it doesn't really.
There was a bit of contact there, so that was a bit of a.
Yeah, but like it was one of those things. It was at that corner. It was quite tough to avoid the contact. But then because I was on board with you when you did that, and it didn't look like the contact was significant enough to cause any problems with the race. You didn't force him off track. It was just wheel to wing contact. But it looks like Amar has done really well there to get. Who's in the pits?
Where's the beat?
Oh, is he going for fastest lap?
I think so. Well, I don't know. He can't get it because he's 11, so he can't get it.
Yeah, but he might not be able to get. He could take it off. As Moylan and non-human are battling for first and second, absolutely fantastic. And DXT Anthony could take second. Oh, getting really spicy here between the three drivers at the front. Oh, a little bit of contact between non-human and DXT Anthony. I don't think there was any maliciousness involved in that. And oh, Sesvin's up for the grabs here. Sesvin takes third off DXT Anthony. I knew that could have happened. And it was the battle between non-human and DXT Anthony has brought Sesvin into the party.
And it's a last lap DRS sprint for the podium places.
And
Jake's drafted that nicely.
Jake done really well there, but look at Amar's right there right there as well. Amar could cause an upset here. Amar has such a target line on a lot of these drivers, and look at this. Side by side, late braking, absolutely sends it into turn 6. A little bit wide there, but Sesvin up on the inside. Could he take it back? Absolutely fantastic battle in here. But all these, apart from non-human, all the drivers got penalties.
Yeah, surprisingly, yes, got picked up one year, so it was a bit surprising.
Non-human racecraft has developed so much over the years through TTFL. you would have seen in the past that he would have like lost a lot of places for positions. Yeah, Jake's took P2 at the moment, but obviously the penalties will come into play. Non-human seems to be really slugging right now. It's really slow. I can't see any damage, but he's gone so slow. Has he run out of fuel?
Oh, he might have done. Actually, that's a good shout. I think he has. Look, yeah, he has. He must have done.
Fuel light isn't flashing.
No.
But
oh, you got Moylan across the line.
So Moylan's first.
He got second anyway. He
got second anyway, but he would have got first if it wasn't for the dropping down. So Amar missing out on the podium, but that was such a close battle. So we got Moylan first, Non-Human second, DXD Anthony third, DXD Singh in fourth. We got King David in fifth, Sesvin in sixth, DXD Sausage in seventh, Yo-Yo Moyo in eighth, DXD Matty in ninth, It's Louis in 10th, and Lewis the Beaker in 11th. Our non-finishers are Torpedo Herbo. Who did? He did. He got fastest lap.
Ah, okay.
He got
behind your stream.
Yeah, it was no. He got it just at the end. It just popped up at the end that he got it. Driver of the day, Speedy. You know what? I'll tell you what. I reckon if it wasn't for Amar's spin, he would have won that today because his pace was phenomenal. Who would you go for, Matty? Who do you think would have got your driver of the day?
I'd probably say Amar driver of the day. It was a fantastic drive, and the recovery after that spin as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. So Lewis the Beaker taking the fastest lap.
I'd agree with Speedy because 18th on the grid and come up to 7th. It's a big.
It's a big jump. DXD Sausage. It is between DXD Sausage and Amar really. It comes down to but like. Yeah, Amar's spin was his own doing. He overcooked it on that turn.
You grab the bottom as well.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll hold on to that. So we've already gone through the top 11. So Herbo, Dara, Nilma, Tor Cogwheel, Freedom, Frenzy, Fleet, Pansaskis and DXD Cons all DNFing. Penalties up and down.
I didn't DNF. Can I just put out there?
No, you still DNF'd on the game, but it wasn't down to your fault. It was down to the AI deciding they want to kill Dara.
I just hate Dara.
I think the game's got you know, we kill off this high pitched potato, and people won't think none of it. Think it would be Hobo, but yeah.
That's one of TikTok anyway.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
AI gone wild.
Absolutely. Absolutely fantastic race, guys, from everybody. So, what have we got next week? Race calendar. It's Mexico.
Mexico.
What a great circuit to go on to next. Yeah, I'm going to round it off there dead quick. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Thanks, Hobo, for joining us after Torpedo and Dara.
You're welcome.
Dave, thank you so much for joining me today. You are welcome to join me anytime you like. We'll have to book you for 2 weeks to take over my slot for Monaco because I'm not here.
Definitely.
Provided I'm not working.
Yeah, provided I'm not working. If you can, 2 weeks time, take over from Monaco.
Thanks for as a commentator. It was brilliant as always.
Oh well. Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, it'll get better and better each day. Yeah, guys, again, thanks very much. Join us again next week from Mexico. I'm sure it's going to be an epic race again. Hopefully, touch wood, another full grid, because these races are getting...
Touch wood? Yeah, been 2 for 2 so far.
Yeah, but the competitiveness in these races have been fantastic. Yeah, guys, so don't forget to drivers, please vote for your driver of the race. We'll keep that going. We'll see how it looks at the end of the season. But until next week, guys, good night.